So how about that? Big Ten versus Big Ten for the national championship, the first time ever. We sent Lisa Byington out to Seattle to cover the event. She joins us now on the phone. Okay, so at least for those who weren't able to watch those games, what were the storylines? Take us through exactly what happened in yesterday's games.
Well, first, Mike, in the first game, it was Texas, the defending national champ, taking on Wisconsin. And actually, out of the two games, I think most people thought that was just going to kind of be the runaway game. They expected the number one seed in Texas and the defending national champ to get back to the finals. And who is Wisconsin? I mean, they're the 12 overall seed. They weren't even ranked in the preseason. So who is Wisconsin to come in? They're not supposed to be here, and to knock off the defending champ. And that's exactly what the Badgers did. So Wisconsin got into the finals in that first game. So then in the second game, Penn State didn't waste any time taking on basically what was the home team in Washington, and the whole arena was actually rooting for Washington. And Penn State knocked them off, Mike, in an hour and 9 minutes, and that includes a 10-minute intermission. They did it in like about an hour. It was amazing.
So considering how absurd those two situations were, and now that it is one conference guaranteed to win the national title, take us to Seattle right now. What's the atmosphere like around town?
Well, you know, it's interesting because I mentioned that Washington basically had the whole arena full of fans because they are the home team being in Seattle. And it was really kind of cool to be a part of that first game because the whole arena was rooting for Wisconsin. And, you know, they fell in love with the underdog. And so that was really cool to be in that arena and just see how, you know, sometimes at tournaments, kind of the fans sort of adopt a team. And they had adopted the Badgers. And so that was a cool thing to be part of. And frankly, Mike, they were louder in the first game than they were in the second game when their own team was playing because Penn State was just so dominant. Now, you would hope that there'd be maybe some Big Ten fans that might make the trip here. But, you know, I'm not going to lie. I mean, the arena was full of Washington fans. So it'll be interesting to see come Saturday how many, you know, Big Ten fans, Penn State and Wisconsin will make the trip. Maybe Russell Wilson will be in the house. I don't know. You know, his old Badger team playing for a title.
That game, as you said, that title match is 8:30 at night Central Time on Saturday. What are the storylines we should be following in that one?
Well, it's almost like a David and Goliath sort of matchup. You know, Penn State is actually going for its sixth national title, and if they do that, that would actually tie them for the most ever with Stanford. Now, you contrast that with Wisconsin, which is only making its second trip to the finals. The only other time that they did it was in 2000. They've never won a national title. They haven't even been to the NCAA tournament since 2007. So they're really kind of, you know, flying the banner of the underdog, and Penn State is coming in as sort of this NCAA tournament Goliath team. So it'll be interesting to see like how those storylines clash and just kind of compare and mirror the two coaches. I mean, Russ Rose of Penn State has been there for 35 years. And then you have Kelly Sheffield, who's been coaching for a while, but this is his first year at Wisconsin. So there's so many contrasts when you look at the two schools.
Before we let you go, players we should keep an eye on Saturday evening.
Yeah, you know, I have fallen in love with Wisconsin's freshman setter and Lauren Carlini. And she very well, remember that name, because she very well could be the next setter for the USA Olympic team. I mean, she is that good. And she has really kind of led this team. And it's amazing how young she is and how much she has really shined even on the national stage. And with Penn State, I mean, they have so many great hitters. But Deja McClendon, even Russ Rose have said, hey, you know, she is our best player. She was the Lexington Regional MVP, and she can kill it, Mike. You don't want to be on the other side of the net when she's flying up there.
I don't think I'd want to be on the other side of the net for any of those ladies. I would crumble very easily. Lisa Byington in Seattle, thanks for the insight and enjoy the title match Saturday.
Well, thank you, Mike.